Are you looking for the best Samsung soundbars? In this video we will look at some of the best Samsung soundbars on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Samsung HWQ990C. The Samsung HWQ990C is the best Samsung soundbar we've tested. This premium 1.1.4 soundbar is the next generation of the Samsung HWQ990B, and its sound quality is even better than its predecessor. Out of the box, you enjoy a clear and clean sound suitable for listening to many different types of audio content, from music to movies to TV shows. The dedicated sub brings the rumble and the bass, but it's more controlled than last year's model, so voices and lead instruments are represented with balance alongside the bass. This soundbar's customization is easy thanks to the room correction feature, and if you prefer to adjust the bar's sound manually, there's a graphic EQ available. It also has many extra features and functions to enhance your listening experience. It comes with 2 satellite speakers, which you can place around your living room to get a more clear and real representation of surround sound. Dolby Atmos, which is common on both streaming platforms and Blu-rays, sounds especially immersive with this soundbar, resulting in an all-around feel. You can even connect the HWQ990C with compatible Samsung TVs to enjoy Q Symphony, which syncs the TV speakers with the bar for a more immersive feel. Built-in Alexa offers hands-free control, too. It might be a little much if you mostly watch dialogue-centric sitcoms, but this top-of-the-line bar is a standout choice. Number 2. Samsung HWQ900C. If you want a more affordable alternative, check out the Samsung HWQ900C. This 7.1.2 setup is another premium pick that's versatile enough for listening to everything from music to movies to TV shows, and it comes with more of the same features as the Samsung HWQ990C. For example, the SpaceFit Sound Pro Room Correction tool is designed to optimize the bar's sound based on your room's unique acoustics. Its sound is balanced and even right out of the box, so it clearly reproduces everything from dialogue in TV shows to instruments in your favorite songs. The graphic EQ gives you lots of customization abilities, too. This soundbar is a good choice if you don't have space in your living room for satellite speakers. It comes without them, so it offers a slightly smaller footprint overall. Of course, without satellites, its surround sound performance isn't quite as impressive. Sound effects are more concentrated to the front of your room rather than spreading out all around you for a more clear and real feel. Fortunately, you can always add satellites from the manufacturer separately, which is handy if you move to a bigger space. Number 3. Samsung HWQ800C. The Samsung HWQ800C is a standout mid-range pick from the manufacturer, released in 2023. It's a 5.1.2 Dolby Atmos soundbar that's versatile enough to listen to many different types of audio content. It boasts many of Samsung's premium sound enhancement tools, including SpaceFit Sound Room Correction and a 7-band graphic EQ. Plus, it supports a lot of different audio formats that you're likely to come across on both streaming platforms and Blu-rays, including Dolby Atmos and Dolby Digital. What's the difference between this bar and the Samsung HWQ900C? Since it's a 5.1.2 setup, it has 2 fewer surround channels than its more premium cousin. The result is a slightly less immersive sound with surround sound and height content. You still feel immersed in your audio, but there isn't the same illusion of height, especially in scenes where objects like helicopters fly right overhead. Again, adding satellites will improve its surround sound performance, but if you want a theater-like feel, you'll want to opt for the more premium picks on our list. Number 4. Samsung HWQ60C. The Samsung HWQ60C is worth checking out if you want a great soundbar that won't break the bank. Out of the box, this setup boasts a great sound suitable for listening to lots of different audio content, with a dedicated subwoofer to bring out the rumble and the bass. It doesn't have as many features as the top-of-the-line models, but you may find that you don't need them. For example, without room correction, it sounds a little different depending on your room's acoustics, but you can always use the graphic EQ and presets to make up for this. This setup shines with stereo content, which includes most music and TV shows. It can play back more immersive audio formats like height and surround sound, but doesn't offer true support. Since it's a 3.1 setup, it has to downmix this content into stereo to play it, which doesn't bring the same lifelike feel as the more premium options on our list. If you want a more simple bar, though, it's still a great fit, and at least it gives you the flexibility to watch this content, even if the sound isn't quite as good. Number 5. Samsung HWB550. The best Samsung soundbar in the budget category we've tested is the Samsung HWB550. It's a simple 2.1 bar, so it's best suited for those who mostly listen to stereo content like music and TV shows. It has a balanced sound out of the box, accurately reproducing everything from vocals to lead instruments in your favorite songs. The included subwoofer adds some rumble to bass-heavy genres like EDM and hip-hop. Thanks to its graphic EQ and bass and treble adjustments, you can switch up its sound to your liking. For its price, it's a pretty good bar. However, you naturally don't get as much flexibility as with the manufacturer's top options. As with most budget bars, there's no support for Dolby Atmos, so you can't take advantage of more immersive object-based formats often found on streaming services. Its surround sound performance is also pretty abysmal. Without discrete surrounds, it has to downmix this content into stereo to play it, which doesn't sound quite as immersive. That said, if you aren't much of a movie fan, it's a great fit. Ultimately, it still makes for a solid upgrade over your existing TV speakers at a wallet-friendly price.